Virgin with Butterflies was written by Tom Powers in 1945. This book is best known for the 1949 cover, which is a really ridiculous looking cover. It's been reprinted on notebooks, on tote bags, even on cigarette cases. It looks like it's about a woman who turns handsome men into butterflies. That would actually make for a much more interesting book. Sadly, the cover is not the book. The word butterflies refers to the fact that our unnamed main character gets butterflies in her stomach whenever she does something dangerous. Or whenever men try to get romantic with her, which happens quite often. Unfortunately, the book takes place in 1940s gangland in Chicago, so the definition of romance is very non-consensual. As in, complete strangers feel entitled to touch the narrator anywhere they want. And she expects it. She expects men to just grope her all the time. It's terrible. Not a good book. I would very much prefer Butterflies. A butterfly book! The original cover of the book is more accurate. It clearly shows that she is blonde and sells cigarettes. I wonder if she uses the cigarette case with the cover on it. The book starts with her selling cigarettes at a bar, as usual. She feels herself being drawn to a curious man from India who has large jewels. A drunk gangster starts touching her, a bar fight breaks out. The Indian man is knocked unconscious. She takes him away to safety. He's very upset because he lost his large ruby in the fight. She promises to get the ruby back, but first she needs to escape from the Indian man's 4 bodyguards. Then she has to convince the drunk gangsters to betray their leader. He's in a gambling den. So here's her plan. She's going to seduce him, go up to his bedroom, and then take the phone off the hook. When that happens, the telephone operator will tell the gangsters that's their cue to burst into the room and beat up the leader. The problem with this plan is that there is no telephone in the gangster's bedroom. I have no idea why the telephone operator didn't mention that when they were busy making the plan. Things look really bad for a while. She is rescued by a secret agent. This is where things get extra weird. The Indian man is actually a prince. He's been selling fabulous jewels for millions of dollars. The government wants to know why, so they hire the narrator as a secret agent to join the Indian prince on his worldwide tour and figure out what his plans are. That's the end of chapter 5. It's a little over a quarter of the way through the book. I stopped reading the book there, because I didn't like this book. The writing style annoyed me. It's rather slow-paced for what would otherwise be an action-packed story about secret agents. The narrator often goes on strange tangents. Like she sees a man reading a newspaper, which has a picture in it, so she spends a page talking about a picture of her brother. In fact, sometimes she talks more about her brother and her family than about the actual story. The book is a comedy. It's supposed to be funny that the narrator is so dumb and easily distracted, and I did see reviews from people who thought it was hilarious. I did not. I didn't think it was funny. I found it irritating. The book is also a touch hard to read because it is seeped in 1940s slang. I found the sexual content to be horrifying because it's so explicitly non-consensual. It's not just the drunk gangsters. The narrator's uncle is also a sexual predator. Perhaps the book was better received by its original audience. As for me, I'm going to make an effort to forget this book completely. That should be easy since there's not much to the story. There are spies and international intrigue, yeah, but the narrator didn't know about that. The only notable thing about this book is the weird cover. Oh, and it was released as an ebook after being out of print for 60 years. I think that was due solely to the book's cover, not because it's a notable book that needed to be preserved. I give Harlequin number 15, Virgin with Butterflies, a 0 out of 10.